Payal, Payal, Trey game, back game, and we finna spill tea. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the whole Payal gang. You did one tomorrow. And shout out to the newbies. 'Cause they coming in now. All gang. Check this out. About the Shanquella Robinson case. Mm-hmm. Hi y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed their turkey. You know, your chicken and your pumpkin pies. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, buddy. Gang, check this out. Everything I told y'all what was gonna happen with the Shanquilla case, everything I said, and them folk did it. Check this out. I said they were gonna change the timeline. Now they changed the timeline. Not only that, then they changed the time the cause of death and the time of death. I was like, damn. I called that. And then I said, man, look, they gonna be making fake pages and everything. And they did that. I said, I told everybody like this. I said, look, it's finna go down. They either ready to tell the truth or tell a lie. And guess what we got? Fake lives going around talking about this Winter Donovan. You know what I'm talking about? And she telling everything what happened in the room. It's supposed to be a Facebook Live and all this. But check this out. I'm finna expose all that. That wasn't even Donovan Winter. Because I know the bitch voice. 'Cause I went on the bitch YouTube page and watched the video. And that whole crazy. She into some kind of OCD, some shit, some kind of do with anxiety. You know what I'm talking about? So look, guess what? Y'all didn't know. Shanquella wasn't even the only one. Mm-mm. Don't y'all know what's really going on in Cabo? Look, let's go to this shit. What they say? College spring breakers from the United States died in Los Cabo. And this shit was published March the 10th, 2022. 2022, March the 10th, 2022. Just at the beginning of spring break season had started in Los Cabo, Trapper had quickly followed. Officials stated that a 19-year-old male from Arizona in the United States had died. Okay? What official saying? Now, do anybody know anything about this shit? Cause I did. You know what I'm talking about? I was just looking up some things like Trey Gang I always do. You know, I'm gonna find some tea. And they said, according to the fish, the 19-year-old arrived on a Sunday, March the 6th, with a group of spring breakers. Officials say that Early that morning on Monday, March the 7th, the student was found dead in the storm drain. Golly. In 24 hours, Jack. In Los Cabo is going down. So that sounds like something similar to Shanquella, ain't it? She just got there, you know what I'm talking about. And then look, watch this. You said you saw that live too, Tara. Yeah, everybody saw that live. Man, I'm finna expose the shit out of it too. Cause I was watching it, right? And keep this in mind. They dumb as hell. But I'm gonna get back to that. A body of a young American tourist was located on the old road of San Jose. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the neighborhood that I be surfing into. Cause you know I be cruising all around Cabo. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I was like, man, I need to take a trip, but I don't need to take it physically. I could take it like this, right? And I got all the streets. And I was hitting all the streets. I know where the crime scene at. I know where it happened at, gang. And you know what they did? They said, take it off Google Map. It ain't they didn't took it off Google Map. They just took the title off for it. Like I can pull these up, you know what I'm talking about, and put my marker on them. But I know where it's at. It ain't got the light up for me. You know what I'm talking about? But I know where that motherfucker at. I done surveyed it. Crime scene. Check this out, right? Back to the college student. Cause this shit happened not too far from where Shaquella was at. You know what I'm talking about? Couple of months before she did. You did what I'm talking about? That happened before her. Same college students. Mm. In Los Cabo. They said they transported the body to forensic where they performed the autopsy. Whoa! And they said, I don't know what this word here is, but I might need to search into that. And I might need to search into this too. Because now I'm starting to think like, all right, you got these people coming up missing and they found their body. But it's like when they find the body, they already in the rush of doing what? Autopsy report. So guess what else I found out? Y'all must forgot that lady that did the autopsy on Shanquella. Guess who she related to? The goddamn cartel. I ain't gonna tell you the name because you can look her name up and you'll be like, ooh, is this how they doing this shit? I ain't look. Mm, 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 mm. Watch this. I'ma look into these. And they said they rooted the accident. Ooh, just like Shanquella did. They said it was an accident from broken backs and neck injury. And remember, they said that's what she died at three something. You know what I'm talking about? So look, gang. Oh, look. I know y'all finna wake up now. Now look. Watch this. They ruled it an accident. Know what I'm talking about? But look. Check this out, gang. After Shanquella happened, guess what Mexico did? Y'all know what Mexico did when the feds picked up the case? This is the reason I'm finna show y'all this shit. Look, hold on. Check this out, gang. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back and let me pull this screen up. Hold on, gang. Hold on. Hold up. I got to pull it up, gang. I'm gonna show this to y'all right here. Look at this, gang. The feds picked the case up. So guess what they did? They issued a warning against Cabo St. Lucas and telling everybody, be aware. The crime is so bad. Be aware and don't come down here. And guess why they don't want you to go down there? Cause it's some shit going on, gang. Like this. A doctor. No, not this doctor that was with Shanquella. This doctor. Mexico. California. Businessman. Murder in St. Lucas, Cabo. And they said, he's a businessman, a father of a K-pop music star, and was found dead Tuesday in the condominium in Cabo, St. Lucas. Why this didn't go international news? Mm-mm. Did the feds pick this case up? Cause check this out. I got so much shit on my screen that I found out about Cabo, and I kind of consist to be like, damn, if they did plan to kill Shanquella Robinson, now I understand why they'll go to Cabo. Now look, they said that man, he had blunt force trauma, and he was found with signs blunt force trauma. Authorities say he has been beaten to death. I ain't no Cabo with that savage gang. I'm finna look. Not only this, but look at this. 14 bodies found in mass graves in Mexico resort of Los Cabo. And Fox News know what's going on. So you mean to tell me, right, if Fox News, one of the major news, know about all this shit, you just had news recently about this shit. So why is so new to them? Like they don't know what's going on, playing stupid and shit. Oh, it's a video circulating. It's going viral. Shit. Look at this. The body of 11 men and 3 women was found in mass grave near the tourist resort. of San Jose, Cabo, you know what I'm talking about? Where violence between the rabble drug gang, mm-mm, authorities are running DNA tests from the bones. Look, from the bones in attempt to identify the remains that were discovered on the Tuesday and Wednesday. Damn, 2 days they finding bodies. So look, did they have all their organs? You know what I'm talking about? Cause this the number one capital to come to organ harvesting. I'ma just expose that. It might don't be the case with Shanquella, but I ain't gonna side eye from it. Cause why would Kylie be so comfortable and go live and say, yeah, we got our first dead body. Body. So that means if he was comfortable saying that and shit, he knew the police or a doctor gonna cover their ass. Cause he the first one said something about alcohol poison. Now check this out. They done changed the death from spinal injury and said that girl was in a drunken state. Y'all see how they done switched all the narratives up. Just like I said. They changed the time of death. They changed the cause of death. They manipulating the timeline, right? Then they acting like this something new in Cabo, right? Then you got these people. Check this out. Nobody asks how they get in touch with the doctor. How they get in touch with the doctor, and he was the one showing up. I know Dejanay is a nurse. You know what I'm talking about? I know that much. Then I'm telling everybody, y'all better be looking at that pill bottle that was sitting on that nightstand. But now they saying she in a drunken state. Then you got Kylie trying to convince the whole world talking about alcohol poisoning. What was the alcohol poison for? A cover up for a drug they probably gave her. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all, look. The third is they saying they gonna run DNA tests to identify bodies. The murder rate has surged in the past 3 years, spiking the violence in Los Cabo and all this shit. Everybody thinking Chicago gang. Shit, this made Chicago look like preschool. But they taking care of little Mexico rescued 5 children in Cabo resorts. And then look, some 30 some thousand people had disappeared in Mexico. Mm, I can't believe what I'm reading. You know what I'm talking about? I can't believe none of this shit I'm reading. But I'm gonna go to her. Cause look, 3 people was murdered on the beach in Los Cabo. Know what I'm talking about? And when they were published, August the 7th, 2017. Know what I'm talking about? Hey, good look, watch this. Damn. They saying they got gunmen killing 3 people, wounding 2, causing a panic amongst tourists. Armed men arrived about 2 p.m. at Pauline Beach, goddamn Palmella Beach, whatever the fuck it's called. You know what I'm talking about? And they opened fire on the family gathering. Police said the beach was crowded with tourists, both Mexicans and foreigners. Now the feds got to get involved because they're dealing with the foreigners. See what I'm talking about? All the feds got to get involved. Cause these American citizens going through this shit in Los Cabo. And it makes sense the lady that did the autopsy, she connected to a fucking drug cocktail. You see what I'm saying? Cause I don't know who the person that she'll be related to, but she in the family tree. I don't know if it's a dad or uncle or a granddad or whatever. He the main motherfucker that running Cabo. So it's like if you connected to this shit, it's like you can set a motherfucker up, bring him here, kill him, pay doctors off. You know what I'm talking about? But they riding up on folks. Look, I looked all this up, gang. I looked all this up. And I'm like, man, this the perfect play. If you corrupted as hell, I don't know how you can link up with these people. I don't know. But I'm starting to believe that you could work in a certain doctor's office or a clinic or a hospital or go to a certain school. You know what I'm talking about? It's like some kind of secret society that's dealing with, it's like it's a cover up. Like if you got a crooked ass doctor, right? If you could just say, put it like this here, why would I be a criminal and risk my life being an organ harvester? And I could just go to school and become a doctor. Don't that make sense? So when you got doctors like that, and then you got people that work for these people, and you know what I'm saying, that want quick money, quick cash, and you know what I'm talking about. They know who to pick and choose to be, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, yeah, join the game, you know. We'll show you the ropes. I be thinking about that because I be seeing a lot of shit behind the scene, gang. Y'all just don't know some of the shit that I be seeing. Cause look, y'all go look that story up and look what the traveler said. Look what the people sending. Look, watch this game. Listen to these people. This was 12 years ago. The pharmaceutical, the pharmacist told my husband that she just canceled her vacation to Cabo because her husband read about 4 people were kidnapped out of a restaurant and was killed. What is the real story about that? She definitely said, look, and this was 12 years ago. Here we go again. This 12 years ago, gang. What these people saying? In 2007, there was 98 murders in San Francisco, 97 in 2008. What are you talking about? We don't want to, he said avoiding spending time in San Francisco look like more fire danger. So he know a lot about Cabo. Oh yeah, so when you got people coming like this, you know what I'm talking about? This could be one of the goddamn kidnappers. is if it is not true, forget about their friends making a ill informed decision, but enslaved in no valid reasons, good name or Cabo. Damn, what that mean? Oh, see y'all see this shit? Count your pills. Your pharmacist is eating a few from every customer prescriptions. That's how the wild story started. They was reported that some people who were vacationing and left Cabo by car and were 100 miles away from 1,000 miles away from Cabo and almost in California, caught in the border town of Valley, they were close to selling in Cabo. So he saying, man, they eating your goddamn. So that means you go get your prescription and you about 2, 3 pills short. Man, the drug must be really fucked up out there. Wonder if they mixed up the actual location of the story. Ooh, look, this 12 years ago. So if they talking about some game, watch this game. Listen to this shit. I wonder if they mixed up the actual story of the location. There was a teacher from California who went to Mexico. So they talking about him. They talk, ooh, we got him. So they talking about him, gang. Oh shit. So if they talking about him, listen to the story. He was found dead, blunt for trauma, you know what I'm talking about, and he was beaten to death. That's all we know about him for right now. Then go to him, wondering if they mixed up the actual location of the story. That's why I'm looking at. That's why I mentioned here, like, why they covering up the murder scene? Don't want to show everybody which one of these houses they in. You know what I'm saying? Cause once you find out where it's really going on, you can look at the crime scene. Just say, what if they was right here? What if they was right here? And you mean tell me a doctor showed up sitting in his house for 3 hours with the body, you know what I'm talking about, with the friends and everything, and then the police show up 3 hours later? What's going on? How they get in contact with that doctor? Do they know him? So so that's what they doing to Shanquella's story. They want you to find the location of what it happened. You know what I'm talking about? Then he said there was a teacher from California with the Mexico, you know what I'm talking about, not close to Cabo. He visited his wife and family, and he had 6 of his relatives. They was eating at a restaurant, and the kidnappers came in the restaurant, kidnapped him, and unfortunately killed them. And they was found, and they go to new. Woo shit. Mm. Mm-mm. Here go the link. The story may sound like a kid game, you know what I'm talking about. The former sued her husband tell her that a story that she told her husband. Your husband tell you and the detail possibly that the location in this case might have been become a little scramble. Because I can identify the sympathy if you had a trip book where someone told you a story and you weren't worried naturally about going to these places. Crime is everywhere, but you have a vacation book and you are going to the place where crime just happened and it makes you uneasy no matter how. See, look, on time out. Bottom line, real story. It didn't happen in Cabo. So they trying to cover up for Cabo. It's like they don't want to show you that he died in Cabo because he get kidnapped. He the only one get kidnapped in the restaurant. He the only one get kidnapped in the restaurant with his folk, right? And goddamn it, they found his ass beating. Where the family at? Mexican authority urge U.S. citizen to tweak travelers alert, warning citizen to stay away due to crimes and kidnapping. Look, this how bad it is. And they just upload this shit. So now they want to put on a crime alert since the Shanquella exposing light on what Cabo really like. You know what I'm talking about? And guess what they did? The same thing Andrew Holmes did. Uh, yeah, we couldn't do it like this cause we don't want nobody to think Cabo is a crime city like this, so it's safe to come and spend your money, get hotel rooms, enjoy your vacation, and when you spending thousands of fucking dollars. Now, since look, see that they just upload this shit, gang. Right after that girl shit went viral. So what they saying? You got the official, you got her money missing. You got these people asking for $5,000 of her mama. They calling the mama saying, "Yeah, we need 5 bands. Take her to the hospital." But you there with a doctor for 3 hours. Keep this in mind. I remember how the story when they first told it, right? I always stick to the story first, how they first told it, till they change it. So keep this in mind when they said who found her. In the news article, they said who found her? A maid, making it seem like they left her there. And the maid discovered her, and the maid alerted officials and the doctor. And when they arrived on the scene, she was unresponsible. They go back to this shit right here. Cause I got all this shit pulled up. Right here, gang. Look, right here. Her friend said they was said they found Robinson. They found her unconscious in the living room floor of the villa. That's the most important part. They saying she in the living room. This is what the friend was saying. And the property conjure, you know what I'm talking about? They called a doctor who was unable to retrieve her, right? Check this out. You got him, them with a doctor. I know everybody thinking about Denasia wrist warrant. If you got a wrist warrant for Denasia, you supposed to have a wrist warrant for everybody that was in the room, including the doctor. Uh, you got a doctor, euthanasia, you got a doctor at a murder scene and didn't even report it. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Look. Check this out. I looked up this lady name. She the owner of Cabo, right? She don't want to do no comments, no nothing. So you got to think about, is she paid off with the cartel? It's so bad out there. They escorting these folks. We know, we know the drug trafficking so bad. They escorting the police. Look, y'all, what America always, when they mention Mexico, what's the number one thing they always mention? How corrupt the government is with the drug cartel and they running the city. See what I'm saying? The cartel running this shit. So it ain't all about the drug traffic all the time. It's about human trafficking, cause that's what they doing. The government so corrupt, and then I go to this shit, right? Look, they capturing killers. A woman who loved it by a Cabo resident because of her nice character and delicious cake she sold, she was beaten to death and found lifeless on the afternoon on a Saturday, April the 18th, at her home on the street of downtown. I went through this shit. You see what I'm saying? So, and one thing I found out about Mexico, down there, majority all they crime is against women. All they crime is against women. Now I understand why they got a crime in dealing with femicide. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I was like, what femicide? You know what I'm talking about? I ain't never heard of that before. You know what I'm talking about? So I started looking into it and be like, damn, looking at the origins of most of these crime is basically on women. You see what I'm saying? And then look, check this out. Six body was found in 2 days near the resort of Los Cabo. Goddamn, Cabo. Cabo. It's going down. I can't believe this. I can't believe it, gang. A total of six bodies was found in Mexico resort in Los Cabo between Thursday and Friday, gang. You know what I'm talking about? Thursday and Friday. Mm. Y'all want to know one thing I know? Check this out. Check this out, gang. I learned something. And what I'm about to tell y'all, it's finna sound strange to y'all. Y'all, look, I'm finna turn it up a little bit, right? I never looked into cases the way I look into it now because of the Kanika Jenkins case. Because the Kanika Jenkins case taught me a lot, right? Okay. And it taught me how the way these people do their business. It's like, check this out. It's like you see the stage and you just said like you see the stage and you close to the stage and you get to see what's going on behind the curtain, basically. You know what I'm talking about? So watch this. I know one thing people like to do, especially killers, professional killers. They got they doctor license, robbers. You got, the robbers, they got their business license, you know what I'm talking about? So you got all these crooked ass people that disguise themselves as doctors, but really organ harvesters. They make all these monies because most of these people, if you want to get a big booty and some jugs, you know what I'm talking about? You always gotta go on a vacation and get it. Somewhere luxurious on your vacation and stuff. So they doing plastic surgery out there up under the table and it's illegal and nobody's saying nothing about it. And then what you think, cause I was looking up at a documentary, you ain't got to really organ harvesting no more. Cause you got people selling their own kidneys. Cause the economy that bad and they could get a quick buck. So when I started looking into this game, like movie directors, they liars. Hollywood. They sell you a dream. Just say like your first date and this man telling you about the moon and the stars, right? But this your first heartbreak right here. So he done lied to you, saying like movie director. So these people would meet up. This where they stay at, cause they got golf courses. This where they do all their little business plan on golf courses, cause it's disguised. Cause the feds involved. So when you do talk about things, you got to be out here on the golf course to be talking. Cause you never know, you might have a fed or agent coming in and bugging the place, trying to get audio, taking down some of the cocktails that's running this whole shit. So once you look at the map and you think about it, like how they can do it, how they can get these bodies. For one thing, they don't got surveillance cameras on the street. So if you look at how the way the street design, and they know they street, this they hood, so they know the back ends of this shit. Let's say you want to go up here to this area, you know how to move in. Boom, boom, boom. Come in here, shut this here down. Make sure nobody ain't coming in the direction while you go do a hit or a murder, kidnap a motherfucker, bring them out here, you know what I'm talking about? And you could ride and you could dip off in the sunset through all these different little narrow streets and shit. And remember, half of this shit dirt and desert. So I wouldn't even be surprised if you fly a helicopter around this bitch and you gonna see skeletons, bones, stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? But that's why he's saying this. I want to know they mix up the actual location of the story. See what I'm saying, gang? Now you got people way before Shanquella talking about the same shit of another case. Three people on the beach. Now look how they got the pictures. You can go to these pictures and you can go straight on the map and show you where they is at. Pamela Beach. I can go to that motherfucker. Or one, I already read that game. And let's go to this. Six bodies was found right? Now you got six more motherfucker people. Look, a total city body was found in Mexico. Resort between Thursday and Friday around the twin resort of Los Cabo. The resort of the southern tip. Hold on. I already read that. I ain't go down. On Friday, a man and a woman was found shot to death in the same general area near the airport. So that means the Fed supposed to be picking all these cases up, right? The Fed supposed to be pick if this U.S. citizen, the same thing that happened to Shanquella and the Feds picked it up. They supposed to be doing the same. Look, the department warns travelers again. When this was, it was in 27. Look, March 2017, and they doing this shit again. Woo hoo hoo. And when they posted this shit, hold on, what a date that on it? November. November gang. Look, same shit. Come on, gang. It seems like every time Cabo get hot, they covered it up. Know what I'm talking about? I'm seeing some kind of relation deal going on. You know what I'm talking about?
Drug advertisement featuring images of homeless people and open-air drug users in Philadelphia. The purpose is to scare Mexican kids from doing drugs. But why is Mexico using video from Philly? And what's the reaction there in that city? Let's bring
They racism like a motherfucker. If you showing shit like that from Philadelphia to Mexico, you know what I'm talking about? And you showing this shit in Mexico, that racism like a motherfucker. And then and half of the drug come from these folks. Look, half of the drug it come from their land too. So look at this shit, Mexican black tar, the heron. You know how the heron is, and we know you got the Mexican black tar, right? You know what I'm talking about? Look at this shit.
in Jennifer Stefano, columnist for the Philadelphia Inquirer and a fellow with the Independent Women's Forum. Jennifer, you live in Philly. You experience this. What's the reaction for people you talk to about Mexico using Philly as an example of what not to do?
Yeah, well, we're absolutely horrified by what's happening on the streets of Philadelphia, and it's no lost irony on any of us who love and care about the city of Philadelphia that Mexico is.
Y'all know what I'm saying? That that's what Mexico doing is showing Philly, right? Like America would do Mexico. Look, they in the drugs. Look, they the one running the drugs. They jumping over the fence to sell the drugs. And then you got Mexico showing like, look at the drugs taking the field. You selling it. It's like dry snitching. You selling it because you letting it getting over across the border. You know what I'm talking about? No wonder why y'all talking about building the wall and all this old shit. Cause look how corrupt Mexico will. You see now I know why that girl case going viral and these folks do not want the spotlight on Cabo. Cabo got rich motherfuckers coming down there. You ain't gotta be a rich motherfucker. You coming down there to spend money. If your ass poor and you in Cabo, you finna spend like you rich. Man, this thing you know, man, shit, you down there. You got Cabo, the drug cartel running the whole fucking airport. They killing people when they get off the airport. I done showed news article. They said they found people hanging off bridges. They hanging off fucking bridges, gang.
Is an enormous part of the problem that there are cartels that they allow illegal drugs to flow through the border into the United
Y'all heard that shit? I just called it. She just said they allowed the folks. Look, I just called this shit. She just slipped up and I told y'all the cartel run this shit. They bringing this shit across the border. No doubts about that. What she just said.
States and do not allow illegal about the city of Philadelphia, that Mexico is an enormous part of the problem, that there are cartels that they allow illegal drugs to flow through the border into the United
See that she just told you who allowed this shit to happen. Police don't run shit out there. You see what I'm saying? She's saying the cartel allowing these shit to go on because it ain't no secret who run the country. The cartel. You see what I'm saying? The government don't run it because these people can ride up on trucks. That's why they can run up in any kind of business they want to and kidnap these people. And the police looking the other way. They scared and corrupt. So you mean to tell me where the feds would be if the cartel bringing this kind of dope in?
children, the true devastation that is happening on the streets of Philadelphia, I would argue that the Mexican government is an enormous part of this problem.
One of the things I have here is call for number one, drug overdoses in Philly, almost 1,300. Fentanyl overdoses, 76% of all drug deaths. So, when you look at that ad,
That's a cold game since Mexico did it like that. United States was like, well, look, we just gonna show y'all that the fentanyl, how y'all fentanyl drug is killing. You know, y'all see this dry snitching ass shit. I'm be right back. I'm back, gang. I'm back. All right. So, so this what I found out about Lost Cabo. Not only just Lost Cabo, but down there the whole Mexican land, right? The drug cartel run it. They run all the business, luxurious. If they don't run it, they extorting it. You see what I'm saying about? So what they do is they do like what the mafia do. If you got a business, they'll send the goons in, terrorize your business, like what we read on a news article, and then tell the owner you need to pay for some protection. You see what I'm talking about? That's the oldest trick in the book. So now, since you got the police all on the same page, like what they doing, right? This how they getting away with this shit, and this how this shit corrupt. So boom, they snatching tourists. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't snatching tourists, they doing drug deal, right? Cause keep this in mind. One thing I learned, they like to talk on the golf field when it come to drug dealing. This is where they safe to do their drug business. Why you call it the golf course. That's why you got the white ball and hitting it in the hole. You want to come out. So look, I learned this. Uh, this where the big dogs come in there. Make sure you have me a golf course around when the motherfucker got money, they go around where the golf course is. Talk about they plan. Cause the feds might have this shit tapped. You know, you don't never know who to trust. Know what I'm talking about? That what got John Gotti fucked up. When they put them bugs in the room. And they always get popped in hotel rooms and safe houses. So so when I looked at the crime, right, in Los Cabo, this why they don't want nobody coming, cause all these crime may be against women. Women and kids. This shit was updated August before the girl died. You know, look at the crime rate before the girl died, months before the girl died. I looked into all this shit. And I was like, damn, that motherfucker jumped up. Look. Mm. Then I was looking into this shit. 5 dead. Remember, we had 6 dead. Now we got 5 more people dead. And I can show you where this is on Google Map, where it happened at. So they got the doctor switching up his location, right? And don't want to give the real location to how the way he died. Well, where the crime originated. Then you got this shit, 5 more people dead. Now look how they got all the locations. Now I looked up all these locations, gang. This is what I did. I looked all these locations up. I put it in Google Map. Then I got a list on the sides. So they give me pinpoints of how to maneuver around Los Cabo. Cause you could go down here, right? Or here. Cause Cause if you really want to know how this shit laid out, Los Cabo, if you really want to think about villas, look at all the villas over here. Hold on, gang. Look, you got Cabo. Hold on. All these gonna villas. This is why you got all these yachts and all this old shit over there. These were all the motherfucking doctors meeting up with cocktail, organ harvesting people, and terrorizing the whole fucking city. So when you go to this news article, it ain't even nothing different about the Shanquella case. Uh, this happened a few months before her. This shit was going on damn near 12 to 15 years ago. Same technique. It's all the same. It's like it even staged the same. It either dealing with a doctor or a college student or somebody setting up. Man, this one thing I found out, the new plot on the murder, take them on a vacation. Take them on a vacation. And then look, hold on, let me go to this. Watch this. I want y'all to read that. Since, so, I know everybody happy as hell that they issue a arrest warrant for Dejanay, right? Drop it in my chat. Drop it in my chat game if she had a search warrant. And you happy. Cause look, if if they got a search warrant for her, think about this game how cold it is. Why they only got a search warrant for her and and it supposed to be a video of a body slam and the Winter Donovan supposed to body slam her. Meaning that why Donovan Winterman ain't got no arrest warrant. It's like the Nasia too. And keep this in mind. Where the video at that we can see this? You see what I'm saying? Cause what if the whole time it ain't even no video of that shit? It was just what he say, she say. Cause we ain't seen the video. Look, hold on. Watch this. So I looked up all these reports from this shit, all these reports, gang. You see it. So if they got a search warrant for Denasia and not Denver not Winter Donovan, why they ain't got a arrest warrant for the doctor that was with her for 3 hours? Cause he had a murder scene. That's the reason why they charged Deja, right? And everybody don't even know the full story about how the doctor became involved. Cause he did something illegal that he wasn't supposed to do. And think about this. He there at the scene. While he there at the scene, they on the phone with the mama, telling the mama they need money. Just like I said, that sound like extortion. But it sounds like to me that he was gonna put on the autopsy that she died from alcohol poisoning. But the money didn't show up or some shit. It was something about some money, cause Mexico ended up taking all the girl money. And I'm like, why Mexico taking all the girl money? Why they in possession? And for one thing, Why they ain't never contact the girl mama in the first place? And according to the law, you supposed to contact the family member, the mother or the spouse. Just like a detective find your son and all that, we don't care who on the scene. It could be friends or whatever. They still gonna have to contact your mother or your father. Somebody in the family, not a friend. To be honest with you. See what I'm talking about? So they was depending on with the alcohol poison. Was someone right? And keep this in mind, they dealt with the body with busted eyes, swollen head, broken neck, and spinal injury. So I remember what story they told us in the beginning. Said the maid found her, right? Said in the text message that the girl began attack was the daughter. October the 28th, the group returned to the look. On beginning of Friday, 28th, the group was set to return to the United States on the Monday. According to the hotel records, right? According to the hotel record, hold on. Her friends said they found her unconscious in the living room of the villa, and probably they called the doctor who was unable to treat her. Think about 3 o'clock. That's when he said she was dead. At 3, right? Now they want to switch it up to what time game? Round 6 o'clock. Cause look at this. We got another suspect on the scene as a doctor. Cause the general said apparently 6:15 they received a report of a foreigner who lost her life at the beach club. A report at 6. Listen how they just changed the narrative up, gang. Now they saying she was in a drunken state. So then they switch it up to 6. Now y'all see why. Switch that time stamp up. Cause look, at 3 something on the living room floor, going to court where Nigeria said, Wiggins, and he said the doctor showed up with them at a murder scene and he stayed for 3 hours. That means he accessory too. He accessory too. Right? Now you got to cover up a doctor. And how you gonna cover up the doctor? Eliminate him by switching the timestamp to 6. To eliminate him being there with them on the living room floor of the villa. You know, doing CPR, sticking IVs on them. He came with this whole medical kit. All this for 3 hours. And didn't even do what a doctor supposed to do. Call his bag up. Bring me a nurse. Bring me a you know what I'm talking about? Look, watch this. So to protect the doctor, whatever they had going on, leave leave the Denasia out there because that's where the fight was at in the master suite, right? In the master suite. And they moved to the living room floor of the villa, but they said it's a video or a choke slamming in the bathroom and she didn't get up. But Wiggins said he ain't physically say that he moved the body. He just said when he got there, She was slumped over the toilet. Then from slumped over the toilet that she in the bed. Then from she in the bed to the living room. So that means you was with her, whoever was moving the body. You are the doctor. So now they saying the injuries wasn't even from a spinal injury. Now they saying the girl died because she was in a drunken state and her body deteriorated. Look at all this shit these people just got away with that fast. And nobody, this the only thing what people want to talk about. Yeah, I want to see their ass locked up. I want to see justice. Man, you ain't finna see no justice if you don't have all the facts. But watch this. You got a doctor on the scene at a murder scene. They switched the time up to 6, right? Because look, hold on. So look, I looked up all this shit. Even the lady that did her autopsy report that linked back to the doctor. If if I link the doctor at the murder scene, watch this game. If I link the doctor at the murder scene and they expose his name and his identity, so you got to expose the lady that did the autopsy report that's on the death certificate. And look who she connected to. Once you find out who she is, no wonder. No fucking wonder you got all these type of news. Look, all this shit, gang. Man, look. The reason why it's too many stories because people on YouTube and you gonna have different narrative on YouTube. Cause you don't know what's these people agenda when they reporting these facts. They just say like those live videos saying that the Winter Donovan talking on the video. Just because the big channel showing this shit, everybody believing in this shit. And one little simple research can debunk everything and make these people look like, why would you even go along with that narrative? You helping the suspects. You see what I'm saying? If it's about that, I want to know who will be paying out their pockets for you to keep going on with it. And you know this shit a fake page, a fake account. You know what I'm talking about? And then you got people, man, look, the video, what is video with? Let me see, can I? Right? Now look what the police said. Listen to this shit, guys.
Death in Mexico of a North Carolina woman. Questions started swirling after cell phone video of her being brutally beaten went viral. Morgan Francis with our Charlotte affiliate WJZY has a detailed timeline of what happened and when.
Family says Shanquella Robinson arrived to their luxurious ocean view home, Villa
Watch this, y'all. Y'all just see
Linda
that.
30. Shanquella Robinson arrived to their luxurious ocean.
Look. Look what they got right here on Shanquella page on that. And look at this shit. Hold on. Right here. Now look at this shit. God damn. Look what this shit look like when you put this shit side by side. Man, I told y'all, gang. It's deeper than what people really thinking. Cause you got 5 people dead at this same resort 2015. At the same resort. Same shit. Mm-mm. Man, I smell corruption with Cabo. So if you got 5 people that were dead on that weekend, listen to this weekend.
Ocean View home, Villa Linda 32 on October 28th. The guest list notes there were 7 people on the trip. Robinson called her mom to tell her a chef was cooking them dinner that night.
I said, well,
Timeline. Y'all know how we big on the timeline, right? Since they switch it up, watch how Trey Gang finna expose the timeline now. Since they switch it up and got all the news articles and all this old shit, gotta keep this shit up. Violate and take it down. So look, timeline 28.
okay, I love you. Have a good night.
And she talked to her the next day.
Talked to her the next day, right? The mama said she talked to her. Remember, you know what I'm saying? The news said she talked to her the next day. Mm-mm. I recall Kylie calling them, telling her something happened to her daughter. If she talked to her the next day, she would have told her. You know what I'm talking about? What was that conversation like after the tacos and the salad with the chef cook? Watch this.
We know at some point Robinson was violently assaulted by another woman inside the.
All right, so we know that video was at 8 something when they was at the table drinking with the shell. Shortly after that, she laid in the goddamn thing, the hamper, and you got Kylie saying we got our first dead body. That's shortly after when they got through eating. So that means that girl at some point of time got up and went and jumped in her bed and went to sleep because her mama said she sleep naked. So that means she must have had to been sleeping that whole night while they plotted that whole Friday night. It's probably why we ain't see no more videos after that from her phone because she was asleep. So by the time she was asleep, they up all fucking night. You know what I'm talking about? Gotta be. Cause when she was walking through that video naked, I wanna know what time that video was. Cause we don't even have an accurate timeline on that. Cause won't it be the most important part about okay, she already walking around naked and looking for them. What time that video showed? We need the timeline on it to match that up. Why they in their PJs on this video fighting? So that means probably nothing that happened that Friday night. Cause if something happened that Friday night, it'll be like at a club. You finna fight right on the spot. So that means on Friday night, we don't know what happened. But I'ma say this first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. This looking like roundabout in the morning. Cause I don't even believe it. If this in the morning, watch this. This why they finna change the time. This why they changed the timestamp up. So if this in the morning and you already got a fight circulate, in the morning, because you seen on the wall the sunrise and all this. It was a big debate if it's the sunrise or the sunset. I don't know. We're gonna look at a sunrise. As I said, I gave a narrative about the sunset, and they didn't match. Cause I'm like, well, they still got their PJs on. Round about the sunset, no, they won't look right. It'll look better if it was in the morning, right? So boom. So something happened off in the morning. If you got that sunlight on the wall, it's still like it could be 7, 8 in the morning. No doubts about that, because it's gonna be before 9 o'clock. So this had to be before. So that means they were beating that girl up all the way to around 12 o'clock. Just like when her mama said they called her in the afternoon. Look.
The villa. Picture comparison with the villa's online photo gallery confirms the fight happened in the master suite. Multiple people watched the fight, encouraging Quella to fight back.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
She says no before she's thrown to the ground and punched and kicked in the head and back of the neck. Investigative reporter Gerardo Zuniga with Metropolimix shared the police report with Queen City News. It says on
Now keep this in mind. His report is tampered with, because he wasn't truthful with his reports. Right? You got a doctor there at a murder scene, then you got this police with the suspicious mystery paperwork that don't match the autopsy report with the doctor. Now keep that in mind.
On October 29th at 2:13 p.m., the group called for a doctor, telling that doctor Robinson drank too much alcohol and they wanted to give her an IV.
Remember, they said she died at 3 o'clock, and she died. And the reason why she died was 15 minutes before that due to her injuries. Right? So now look how the time looking now. So that means we getting close and closer to when the fight really happened. Cause so that means if it was in the morning and they was fighting, how long she was in that bathroom unresponsive.
At 3:15 p.m., the doctor arrived and noted Robinson had a poor verbal response in a drunken state with stable vital signs and was dehydrated. Dr. Carolina
See that? Now they saying this shit happened in the drunken state. Just like what they trying to convince us in the beginning, she was alcohol poison. So it's like they trying to stick to that same alcohol poison. Now they trying to say, yeah, she was in a drunken state. But remember, the autopsy report didn't mention nothing about alcohol. It really didn't even tell you nothing about the toxicology report that would show what was in her system. Not the injuries with the broken back and shit. You know what I'm talking about? But the most important part, what was in the system. Now I seen all those guys. I seen that big ass bottle of prescription pill, and I don't know what kind of bottle that was. But in something in my mind was like those bottle prescription don't supposed to be on her nightstand if she ain't taking no, if she ain't no prescription, right? So look, now we narrate the time down and trying to break down when the fight actually started.
Beatriz Ornelias Gutierrez recommended they transfer Robinson to the hospital, but her friends insisted they treat her on site. At 4
They treat her on site with the doctor. Now the doctor there. So now they got the doctor there and want the doctor to treat her there on the site. Cause the ambulance there to take her to the hospital. They refuse. Cause they want that doctor there for some strange reason, and calling her mama round about this time saying, hey, why y'all ain't taking her to the emergency room? Well, you know, they insurance don't work like how our insurance is. So So if they were talking like that, then they would had a conversation with the doctor before they called the mama. You see what I'm saying? So look,
20, Robinson had a seizure, and that's when her friend, named in the report as Winter Donovan, called 911 to request.
now look, remember what Wiggins said. He got a video at the pool at 4 something. Talking about Quella get up. Now they saying Winter Donovan calling the ambulance. An hour later with the doctor. That said she died around 3 something in the beginning. Y'all look, check this out. These people just done switched up the whole narrative without y'all even knowing it. And people finna go along with this shit. That's fucked up. Now you got people finna forget about what they said in the beginning and try to figure this shit out and force something. So you got Wiggins that's why he said they informed me a female nurse supposed to show up, but they end up sending a male nurse.
An ambulance. During that time, Robinson's condition deteriorated. Dr. Gutierrez declared her deceased just before 6 p.m. The
Uh-oh, and this why. Look, and this why, gang. Now y'all see why they gotta switch their timeline up. See that? Cause look, at 6:15, they received reports about a foreign female who lost her life on the beach. I believe, look, mm, and why they said a maid. Listen, the maid supposed to found her, right? Remember that the maid supposed to found her? Even the daddy said the maid found her where? On the bed. Man, y'all just done see how this story just done took a major turn, gang, with the police corruption, but everybody ain't even focused on that. And that's the fucked up part about it, because nobody's not focused on that you got a doctor at a murder scene with the dude saying he was rubbing her head with lumps, putting on Summer Walker with a doctor there. He sticking IVs in her. Talking about some they trying to bring her back to life. What was going on in that time frame? How they get in touch with that doctor and why that doctor chose to come alone. Alone. Then on top of that, he came to cover up for the time of death and all this shit. Cause look where they just placed him at a murder scene. So that means if they in cahoots with the doctor, this report just revealed it. The autopsy revealed it. It revealed if they had anything going on, it could have been a drug trafficking, human trafficking, organ harvesting, whatever the doctor role got played in there, it got to deal with something important. You could hear that through the investigation when the mama was talking about they were calling me about money. And I'm telling everybody, I'm like, man, y'all look, they needed money for something. They either trying to pay for that money to get the body get back to the. Cause this what I got out of in the beginning. I feel like they asked the mama for the money to give to the doctor, and he was gonna put on a report alcohol poisoning, right? Since the mama didn't send the money, right? So the Mexican authorities took all her money. That's what they got in the report. I believe the family confirmed it. They said it was over about $10,000 to $17,000, right? I don't know, but they said the mama confirmed. Now I know the mama did confirm her money was missing. You know what I'm talking about? We don't know how much, but they said over $10,000. That's what's going around. So if the police was in possession of it and and they admitted that, then you think about the doctor with the $5,000, and then come on, man, ain't no way y'all can overlook this shit. It ain't no other way y'all can look at this shit like, man, look, everybody that was there in the room is in cahoots with a doctor. Know what I'm talking about? And everybody trying to be like, ooh, they set that girl up out of jealousy. Man, I don't even think it's jealousy. Cause they set that girl up without no motive, like out of hate, jealousy. I don't even think I'm seeing it right now. They sold that girl for something. It was too much money involved in this shit. How other way you gonna see this shit? Then look, if it was about jealousy, what they were jealousy about? For to take her on the trip to kill her in the number one capital murder. And then the friend is related to doctors. This her line of work. Come on, gang. Man, y'all don't know. We don't know. What if Dejanay know her blood type or anything? She a doctor, she a nurse. She in this line of work, right? What if she what Pay y'all, appreciate super chat, appreciate the super chat. Now look, this girl a doctor, a nurse, and you don't know who she worked for. Look at Donovan Winterman, right? Donovan Winterman. She going around and doing interviews on people talking about anxiety. You see what I'm saying? These college students. I look, check this out. I don't know what be going on in these colleges. You know what I'm talking about? I never got that deep into it. But I knew they got the number one secret society when it come to colleges. And look at some of the sorority that these people got to do to get in. You might got to lick a toilet bowl. You might got to run in traffic naked. You got to do something like humiliate yourself just to get in these type of groups type shit. You see what I'm saying? And it was a couple of people that done died behind this shit. So so if these people going to school for this shit, you never know who they might run into. Just had like little Snoo could run into a to the plug at a restaurant. Little Snoo could run into a plug at a jewelry shop or at a corner store. And history made. I Snoop the biggest drug man in the town. You see what I'm saying? So look at that shit as a doctor situation like that. Man, you might know a blood type. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe you have a nurse one time was curious about how much I get for a kidney. You know what I'm talking about? You on the job, you a nurse, you know your doctor he do all this transporting organs to different body and successful when they come to this shit and you work for him. Next time you know, you might don't even know where some of these organs coming from. You just on the clock. You know what I'm talking about? You don't even know how these folks got this shit, what victim it come from, and all this old shit. The last time I checked, people just don't really donate their goddamn organ. So shit, organs gonna be kind of thin on the market. But now they got that market and it's exploding with organs. Think about all the murders in Cabo. They'll tell you they found dead body, but where the organs at? Oh no, matter of fact, watch this. And I ain't even got to the good part yet, gang. I ain't even get to the good part. So when you go to this doctor's statement, let me do it like this. I'm gonna let this read it out loud, gang.
Newly revealed excerpts from a police report filed in the death of a North Carolina woman while on vacation in Mexico have only deepened the mystery, as her family presses on for more answers. Shanquella Robinson, 25, died on October 29, just a day after arriving in Mexico, in the living room the villa she and 6 friends had rented in Cabo, San Lucas, as Crime Online previously reported. Robinson's friends reportedly told her family that she died from alcohol poisoning, but an autopsy report said that she died from back and neck injuries. The autopsy report also said that she died within 15 minutes of incurring the injury, but the police report excerpts, obtained by the Charlotte Observer from a Mexican investigative reporter, says that a doctor was with her in the vacation rental for nearly 3 hours before she died and doesn't mention any injuries. Injuries. The new information, first published by reporter Gerardo Zuniga in Metropoli MX on Monday, says that Robinson's friends called for a doctor at about 2:13 p.m. on October 29. The doctor, Dr. Carolina Beatriz Ornelas Gutierrez, arrived from the American Medical Center about an hour later.
Now y'all hear that? Listen to the names. Listen to the names, gang. I'm exposing all this shit. Cause remember the doctor supposed to be in the mail, but now you got another doctor there too, right? Look, they called another motherfucking doctor. Uh-oh. And remember, you supposed to have the maid them and all this shit. This why they had to switch it. This why they had to say she died at 3 o'clock. Cause you eliminating the suspect and everybody finna let that shit go. Look, everybody finna let that shit. Man, that's why I hate YouTube.
Later. The report does not say who called for the doctor, but it lists Wonder Donovan, one of the 6 people identified as accompanying Robinson to Mexico, as the reporting person. According to a translation of the report made by a Spanish-speaking Observer staffer, the doctor said she was told that Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol, and that she'd been called to give her an 4. Gutierrez said the woman she found, presumably Robinson, had stable vital signs but was dehydrated, could not communicate verbally, and appeared to be intoxicated. She told the friends she believed Robinson needed to go to a hospital, but they refused and insisted that she be treated in the rental. The doctor tried to insert an 4 but was unsuccessful. The report does not say what was in the 4. The doctor had been on the scene for about an hour when Robinson began having a seizure, which lasted for less than a minute. At about 4:20 p.m., the report says, Donovan called for an ambulance. In the meantime, the patient presented with difficulty breathing and a lowered pulse, and they gave her rescue breaths, the report says. The doctor began administering CPR about 30 minutes later when she detected Robinson's pulse had stopped. Police arrived and spoke with Gutierrez at 5:25. The report isn't clear about what time the ambulance arrived but says paramedics administered 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline and 6 discharges, AED shocks, without success. Gutierrez pronounced Robinson dead at 5:57 p.m. The report lists deceased person, cardiopulmonary arrest, as the reason police were called. The Baja California Sur Attorney General's office said it was investigating Robinson's death, as is the FBI. Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson.
Check this out. Y'all, look, these people told the doctor what to do. A doctor what to do. We don't need no Emmy Lamb. We need you here to treat her on the scene. Get your IV and pump her up with needles while I call the mama and tell her she died from alcohol poisoning. Like what we agreed to. Well, I need about $5,000 then. And peso money, that's 100-some thousand fucking dollars. This thing, they on the phone and asking for the fucking money. And you don't want to think about what was the money for. Everybody still want to be in some kind of conspiracy mode. Why would they need that much amount of money and lied about it? And this hospital is all around the motherfucker. See what I'm saying? So boom, you got the doctor there with another doctor wrapping up at 3. The girl already dead. So that means if you stick with the terror step in the beginning, the girl dead. They escorting the mama for some money to get the theory that was like, look, agree with it's gonna be alcohol poison. That's why Kylie was so determined to tell the mama and them it was alcohol poison, right? Like he was confident, like he was so confident, like he knew this what the autopsy report was gonna come back to. But it fucked him up when it came back to spinal injury and showed the truth. Yeah, y'all been beat. That's why they had to release the video. Now this shit was before they even came back to the United States, right? So something go right on the money deal. So somebody released the video, and now you got people making fake lives and shit like, yeah, this Donovan Williams is speaking on what happened and switching the narrative up even more worse. And people going along with that shit, right? Cause if everybody would do just this one little simple research, you would know that's not Donovan Winter on the video. That's not a real video game. Know what I'm talking about? So look, you got a doctor on the scene. They talking about money. They got the mama talking about we need $5,000, you know what I'm saying, to take her to the hospital. And they say the girl was already dead. And this thing, now since the money didn't work out and everything hit the fan, now the doctor got to do what? Eliminate itself. And said, well, look, she died at 6 o'clock. But that's when we had actually showed up at the scene after when all the fight videos done came out and all this old shit. Know what I'm talking about? I know I ain't the only one seeing this shit. And now I'm starting to think like, what would they have? What kind of relation they would have with this doctor for this doctor to feel comfortable just chilling with these people for 3 hours and help cover up a murder scene? And he a doctor and he know what murder look like. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all still want to believe that live time out? Yeah, she died because she did some fucked up shit that night. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why she dead. Man, let me go to Donovan Winter video. Alright? I'll be right back. I got all this shit on my goddamn, and I'm like, damn, I don't know why people would do shit like that. Like, I mean, they want gospel that bad. I mean, that's what gonna this where I see how YouTube gonna fuck up a lot of cases because the view situation. People want view. They gonna put out anything they want to put out. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna go along with it because that's their favorite YouTube. See what I'm talking about? Hold on, gang. Let me go to my I went to my history. Now I need to go to playlist. All right. Let me go to right here. Let me go to this game. Check this out. Watch this game.
But I don't really be meaning it. If you gonna
Listen, watch this. It was a girl. Watch how messy this case done got. All right. I told y'all they were gonna make fake pages. Everybody synced it. I even went live with trying to look up Tequila page and I had to run into a fruit op page just to get to her page, right? You had people was like in the beginning, we finna expose Wiggins cause he be around here violating women's and stuff and assaulting them. So they made sure they had a story on him to get the real focus on what happened to her. They wanted to put the focus on him since he was talking, and they want to bring up, yeah, it was this girl saying he did this to her and did that to her, and come to find out that shit probably wasn't even true. It was made up. So then you had these people right here talking about they Shanquella family member, her cousin.
No, ain't no donate. If anything, we gonna donate to her mama to that GoFundMe. Ain't nobody taking donations over here. We fighting for her over here, Champagne. We are fighting for her over here.
So look, you had people would getting on people platform talking about they the family and they finna